Today, I wanted to start by talking about the new AFL game. So, I don't know how many people watchers are into playing games as much, but the AFL are going to be releasing a new game, AFL 23. I'm sure people have seen the trailers or whatever. We've just recently we actually just watched the trailer just a second ago just to get a little bit of a refresher on it. I feel like a lot of people make the excuse of this game is made by developers here in Australia and not so much EA. And I get that, and I understand that they're not Australian. EA are never going to make an Australian football game because it doesn't make them any money. I mean, it does, but it would only make them for money from here from Australia. It doesn't promote to the wider world. So I understand that. My problem is, though, the one big thing about AFL 23 is they are still selling this game for $79. Yeah. Which is the same price, I think, that they sell the FIFAs and 2K at the end of NBA games. I think that is almost ridiculous to sell a game that, let's be honest, doesn't look the best. I think it will be a good game. I'm going to get it. I think the introduction of pro teams, which is like the ultimate team for this game, I think that's a great addition to the game. But the game can't look the way it does and selling it for $79. And a lot of people were saying like, oh, the game looks great. Look, it's the best AFL game graphics we've seen, but compare it to any game that's released this day and age, the graphics are pretty poor. And yeah, I don't think there's a lot of people coming out and saying that. I know that it's very hard to come out and say that against a studio that's not very big. It's one of the bigger ones in Australia, but it's not a big gaming studio. But what did you think of the game when you saw it?
I thought, there's some of it is realistic in parts, but you look at some of them, like some of the players and even the coaches in some of them, they don't look even close to them. In some of the the skin tones or they're just wrong. It's just some of it's great, some of it looks mediocre and not realistic. So
I feel like they've got a lot of it going with them. Like, I did like that they've got some unique goal celebrations, like, for different players. Yeah. Like, they've got the Charlie Cameron revving the bike and Xavier Dersma with the arrow. I did like that, and I like how they've added a little bit more personality to it. I'll be interested to see how the commentary is, because I think it's Anthony Hudson and I can't remember who the other one is for the male game, because I know the women's game, because they've got AFLW in this one as well. I know Kelly Underwood and Jason, whatever his name is, I can't even remember. He's not that important. Whoever the guy who commentates the VFL a lot, Jason something.
Barrett, I think.
I think it's Jason Barrett.
Yeah, like that.
So I think them two are the commentators for the women's one, and I don't really understand why they would add all the women's into it. I don't know how many people are going to be playing the women's game. AFLW, I'm sorry, I don't think there's going to be that many people who are going to play this game who are playing the AFLW. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe there is, but for me, I think this is going to be... and the thing is as well, they've already delayed the game. The game was supposed to be coming out at the start of the gather round, the week of gather round. So it's already 2 weeks late. I think it's releasing in mid-May or early May.
Yeah.
But the fact is, if we look right now on... I'll bring this up on the stream as well. This one. This game is releasing for $79.
Yeah.
At JB Hi-Fi. And it's a pre-order for the moment. So it is May. So it's about next week it comes out. I can't believe they're releasing a game. If you look at the photos for it, even in screenshots, aren't the best. I mean, they're okay. The game looks okay, but it doesn't look FIFA worthy. And look, I don't think FIFA is that good a game either, the way they pump out the microtransactions for it. Which one is it? This one. Yeah. How they pump the microtransactions for it, but it's got to look better than that.
Yeah.
So, I think they should have released it maybe a $40 game or a $50 game.
Yeah, I think...
Considering they are bringing all these microtransactions into it, if you don't know what microtransactions are, basically it's money you're spending in the game. So, if you play like games outside of... If you guys play games, you obviously have... If you play Apex Legends, it's Apex coins. If it's Fortnite, it's V-Bucks. Those are only the two ones I can think of. Oh, well, if FIFA, it's FIFA cards.
Yeah.
In NBA, I can't remember what it is, but you guys understand what it is. I think in GTA, it's Shark cards. But yeah... That's basically what microtransactions are, and this game will have microtransactions in it. If it's going to be releasing with microtransactions, I don't think they should be releasing the game for $79.
Yeah.
Because they're making money throughout the game's life cycle as well. So I will be interested to see how this pro teams go. They say they're going to be releasing older players as like icon cards, so to speak. I think it's a great addition to have pro teams in it. I think it gives life to the game. It will give it a longer lifespan than just a couple of weeks. It could give future life to it in future seasons if they release things like Team of the Week cards and things like that, and Player of the Season cards, like all Australian cards. That would be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But also I wanted to talk about one more thing, which were the player ratings. Now the player ratings, we'll take a look at now.
Yeah, I've released a few so far.
So here are the player ratings we see so far. So at the moment, the top players in the AFL 23 game are Paddy Cripps, Lachie Neale, Bontempelli, Oliver, Petrarca, all on 94. I think that's a pretty good one. I don't think that's that bad. I think that maybe they should have spread them out a little bit more, because I think that having so many people up the top is quite a lot. FIFA don't tend to do that. But I don't mind having those players up there. Jeremy Cameron and Tom Stewart at 93. I don't mind that either. I think that's okay. The problem I have with this is Shea Bolton 92. Daniel Rioli 92. Those two in particular, I don't believe deserve to be that higher rated.
No, they're not.
They're not. I think that at their time, I think. Well, for one, Daniel Rioli only had one good year last year at halfback.
Yeah, well, you're looking at these stats, and you're pretty much saying that Daniel Rioli is the second best
halfback in the game.
Second best halfback in the game. He's not. He wasn't last year, which is what these ratings are based on. So what you're looking at is...
They're basically, as you know, they're saying he's the best rebound defender in the game. Because Tom Stewart, I think, is an intercept defender.
Yeah. If you want
they're saying Daniel Rioli is the best running defender in the game.
No,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
No way. They're saying Shea Bolton is on the level of Tom Papley and Charlie Cameron as the small forward.
And even Toby Green as well.
Yeah, even Toby Green.
Yeah.
I don't think that Shea Bolton is anywhere near that, because he's one of the most inconsistent footballers in the competition.
Yeah.
I don't see that at all. I think that's pretty poor, but I mean, look, I get a lot of people are going to have issues with player ratings. I don't think many others have been released. We saw a couple in the trailer, like I think Tom Jonas was 89, Alex Pearce was 89, and I kind of agree with that, to be honest. I think Tom Hickey was 82. So we have seen other player ratings. I don't think they'll release many of them until the game releases. But I think that, to be honest, I think they've done pretty well so far. But I feel like they could have done a little bit better with a couple of players. I think it was based off
championship data, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was off championship data they based it off of. So, that's not always right either. But that's fair enough. But overall, I think the game could be good, but I don't think they should be releasing it for $79.
No.
I think that's ridiculous.